Hello everybody, this is Ken Faulkner. Hey, I'm going to do an unboxing. Uh, Waiting on a knife, and it was coming through FedEx, and it just taking too long. It looks like it's going to be here next Tuesday, and that's just too long. That's unacceptable. So had to go with Old Faithful Amazon. It was a 2 day delivery. That was hard. I struggled with it. It was fine. And you know what? This makes me worry about next month. It's coming up. Monday's the 1st. I'm gonna open it up with this guy. This might give you an idea what's going on. So I got the Sodbuster here. This is my only case knife at the moment. I was watching who is it? Raybo. Raybo 34. Watching Raybo. And he had a knife. And it was something that was interesting because it was different. And I like different. And I've been kind of slacking on the slippies of late. Kind of a little bit overly obsessed with the modern lockers. So yeah, it hasn't been much in the way of that sort of thing lately. This big old box, and we just got a little box inside, and of course it's a case. And they had quite a few in there, and in the specific, there's some brown paper that my cat will love. He loves that stuff. Probably will use that box even if it's way too small for him, but he'll just sit, he'll find a way to sit in it. If you have a cat, you kind of know what that's all about. So, yeah, Raybo had one of these, and it's a type that I've never had before, and I only have the one case, and it is about the plainest case knife you can ever imagine. Now, this one's got some good fit up. No, not much in the way of gaps or anything like that. I've been hearing so much about the quality control. So I figured I'd unbox this thing and you'll see it and get my impression. We'll see if it's as good as this one. Now, I am not the master expert case guy. So I am just not the one to make a judgment on whether or not there's any issues with this. But I can see when there's gaps, and I can see stuff like that, and I hope that there's not going to be. Now, this is just this polymer kind of handle. Not too exciting, but a lot of case knives have some nice bone type handles. So what do we got here? We got this case double X WR, whatever that means, pocket knife. Doesn't say much else on here. Pocket worn Mediterranean blue bone peach what does that say? Hang on, I got peach seed jig. So I don't have anything quite like that. So it's this Mediterranean, I can't talk, Mediterranean blue bone peach seed. So it's kind of like that. You weigh a peach seed, especially after you dry it out and get all the gunk off of it. You see all those textures in there. So it's something like that. And so I'm pretty excited because, yeah, I just haven't had one of these in the collection. I've seen them before at Blade Show and stuff like that. What else has got in here? There's something else in here. Just paperwork. Case Collectors Club. Join today. That's not going to be me. I might get more of them, but Small Congress. They have so many different ones, and I know there's people that just go ham on collecting case knives, all the different variations, and there's like the different patterns and stuff like that, and there's like groups of them. And Raybo's one of those guys. So if you like case knives, check out Raybo's channel because he says if he gets 3 of them, he's got a collection. So of that particular type. I don't know how many case knives he has. Tons of them. Look at that. It's a rust lock. Now I remember seeing this rust lock a long time ago. It was Apex Alchemy And he was kind of checking out some slip joints, and he got a rust lock. And the reason why he got it is because he wanted to have that one-handed opening, driving trucks around. And so he wanted to be able to open it with one hand, and he got one, and you know, it was interesting. Look at that color. I guess they're all slightly different. This is that Mediterranean blue. Kind of cool. Let's feel the texture. Feels good. Nice shiny. Now let's look and see if we got any problems that I can see. I do not see gaps, so that's nice. Do not see gaps going on around. Looks pretty clean. Now centering's not necessarily going to happen, but it looks like it actually is centered for what it's worth. Not bad. I think I might have gotten lucky here. You know, a lot of people like to go and see them in person before they buy them, but I really don't. In the place where I live, I don't see too many places. Ooh, nice snap. Now, it doesn't have the half stop. I think that's because of the rust lock. Tested double X. A little smudgy here. I might be able to wipe that off. Let me check it out. I don't know for sure, but it does look pretty nice. Yeah, it looks like it cleans up a little bit. Maybe a little bit of wear right in there, but not too bad for a guy who's not so picky about that kind of stuff. I think it looks really nice. You know, because I'm going to carry this and I'm going to use it. Just about every day I have a slip joint in my pocket. I need to get some more slips, though, for the slip joints. But yeah, nice looking blade. Can we see the edge? Doesn't look too bad. Feels nice and sharp. Very nice. And then, so are we locked? Oh, it does have a lock on it. Look at that. So I'm familiar with this. I have some knives like that with the little lock. So that's where it's snapping in. Interesting. I didn't expect that. I think the one that Raybo had didn't have that. And it had a nice snap there too. Let's see that action again. Come around. Snaps in place. Locked up. Nice tight. Everything. Maybe a little bit of movement. Not much. Nothing really. Actually, I felt it right at first, but then yeah, maybe a little bit of movement. That's not so bad. And then you come and was that lock stick? I think it popped into place. It's not now. And then it comes, and let's see what the snap is like here. It snaps down. Pretty nice. So this is cool. I know Raybo said that he may just get the one rust lock. We'll see how I like it over time. Got to give it time. This is just a first impression. Yeah, it gets almost a little lock stick there. Interesting. Pops right down. Try to get my finger. Fortunately, yeah, that's nice. And maybe that'll work in. We'll see over time. Yeah, I kind of like it. And my first one with like a bone with a coloring. Looks pretty good. There's some darks and lights in there. Not too bad. Not too much difference between the sides. A little bit more light up here than on this one. And it's got that case shield on it. Everything looks nice. Pretty knife. Small one. But not bad for a slip joint. It's about the size. Let's see what it looks like next to the Sodbuster. Yeah, Sodbuster is a shape I really like, and because it got a little bit more of a usable size to me. This is cool. I do like the fact that you can one-hand it, open and closed, because the Sodbuster I really don't have that, and it's locking too, which is interesting. I guess you might be able to do this one-handed, closed. But opening is not going to happen. So there you go. So that's the advantage of the rust lock. If you haven't seen that before, that's just like an interesting little thing. I don't know anything about the history of it. You know, Tim School of Fish would give you the whole story behind it. I don't know that I've ever seen one on his channel, and he's another guy that has all kinds of cool slip joints. from Case, but he's one that's a little bit down on the the USA made knife, which is very cool. But if you can't count on the quality being there every time, it's a concern. So I know he's shown a couple examples where he's had problems with them, but he has like Rough Riders and all kinds of cool stuff. Same as me. Like I said, I only have 2 Case now. Now I have 2 of them, but I do have quite a few, and I'll get around to them in the collection. Don't you worry. But now I got a new one to show you when I break them all out and we go through them one by one. Yeah, not a lot of USA made ones. So this is another one from the US. Very cool. All right. Anyway, that's it. It's going to just be a short one tonight. We'll be back to collection tomorrow night, Thursday, and then Friday is bees, and then we'll get some more on the weekend. We won't have any new knives until Tuesday, unless it comes early. Could come early. Sometimes that happens. It wouldn't be bad, because I'm looking forward to that one. It's really going to be cool. Then it's pretty much going to be going back, talking subjects. I'm going to come up with some good subjects to talk about. Might have to skip some nights because I just won't have a whole lot of stuff. But after I get back from Blade Show, I'm going to have a ton of things to show you. So I'll try to make it up then. All right, you guys, I guess that's enough talking. And I guess I will see you on the next one. Bye.